Welcome to the Sisters in Service podcast, the space where stories from active duty veterans, military spouses, and even military brats finally get the spotlight they deserve. I'm your host, Kat Corchado, Air Force veteran, movement specialist, and the heart behind this podcast. I started Sisters in Service because too many stories from our community were going untold. Stories of resilience, transition, identity, and the strength it takes to serve and to thrive beyond the uniform. This podcast is about connection, empowerment, and reminding each of us that our service didn't end when our military chapter closed. It simply evolved. Sisters in Service is proudly sponsored by Fit for Life Alliance, a space where people are committed to feeling better in their bodies every single day, and by My Sexy Business, where you can own a business that doesn't own you. So grab your coffee, your journal, or your walking shoes, because every episode is an invitation to listen, learn, and lean into the powerful stories that remind us service is a sisterhood that never fades. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Why Not Wellness. I am your host, Kat Corchado, and I'm also your movement specialist. So this time of year, besides the New Year's resolutions, the one thing that I see all the time on socials is how to get not even knowing how to, that you go, who's a good personal trainer? Have you done that? And usually what I find, I always look at the comments, because what happens is there's probably, I don't know, anywhere from 100 to 300, get this person, know that person. And then if you're like me, I'm just like, I can't. There's too many. I can't. And I'll back away and then I won't do anything. So welcome again to Why Not Wellness. This podcast is where we stop chasing perfection and start choosing what actually works for real life. And we are talking about choosing a personal trainer, especially after 40. And the pitfalls that you fall into and to avoid, and what to look for. So it's okay to say, I'm ready to take care of myself. And it's okay to say, but I don't know what that looks like. How do I do this? And so you hire a trainer. They look good in their body, right? Male or female. They're like, oh, they must be a good trainer. Their body looks amazing. So you hire the trainer. 6 weeks later, you're exhausted, you're injured, you're discouraged, or quietly thinking, what the hell am I doing? Is my body broken? It's not your body. It's often the fit. And what I mean is the personal trainer and you have to have this not mutual bond, but your trainer understands where you are now and what you can do now versus what they want you to do. So your body after 40, after kids, careers, caregiving, stress, hormone shifts, injuries, surgeries. Oh, I'm exhausted thinking about it. It needs a different conversation around fitness. So I'm walking you through the 5 ways to choose the right personal trainer, the common pitfalls to avoid, and practical steps to find someone who actually supports your body and your life. So this isn't hype. This is about sustainability. It's about trust and feeling at home in your body again. So let's get into it. Number 1, your trainer that you are looking at or interviewing, because you should interview them, they understand bodies over 40. Not just the young, able body that can do almost anything. Ask them, have they worked with midlife bodies? Someone over 40, over 50, over 60, whatever that is. And I don't mean they've trained someone your age once. They understand joint changes. They respect recovery. They don't dismiss sleep, stress, or hormones, and they don't equate soreness with success. And let me push back on that a second. I kind of like being sore because it tells me that I've hit the right muscles, but I don't want to be so sore that I'm incapacitated. So I just thought I'd put that out there. A trainer who says age is just a number, push through it, no, hard pass. Age might be a number, but biology is biology. Tendons recover differently now. Muscles respond differently. And motivation looks different when you have a full life, not just gym goals. So ask these questions. How do you modify workouts for clients over 40? How do you approach strength, mobility, and recovery? What does progress look like to you for my body? You know, the right trainer won't rush in to impress you. They'll slow down and they'll understand every question and give you an answer that you understand for you. And let me put this in there. If there's a question you ask and they say something along the lines of, I'm not really sure about that, but let me get back to you, don't disqualify them. Now, if they don't get back to you, definitely disqualify them. I'll put that out there too. Number 2, a trainer will prioritize movement quality over the burn. You know, the best trainer for you after 40 is not obsessed with calories burned. They're obsessed with how you move, how you feel the next day, whether your body trusts you again. What to avoid? Trainers who lead with punishment-style workouts, i.e., and I hate these, burpees. I don't know what they're for. I don't know who invented them. They're stupid. I don't like them. I don't do them. Never have, never will. Didn't do them in the military either. Just putting that out there. So if every session with this trainer feels like no gain, no pain, boot camp energy, or you leave thinking, I survived instead of I feel better, that's not your trainer. This stage of life, the goal isn't to destroy your body. It's to support it so it can support you. Now, if you have a trainer that cues alignment and breath, they care about joint range of motion. They pull back on movements without ego. They celebrate consistency and not exhaustion. So what do I mean by they regress movements? They pull back on movements. If I give you a movement and your body's not ready for it, I just tell people, let's revisit this, or I'll give them something else. I'm giving you a modified version of it. It doesn't mean you can't do it eventually. It just means right now it's a little more difficult. And we both, the trainer and the client, want to feel this sense of accomplishment. Okay, so I just thought I'd put that out there. So movement quality builds confidence and longevity. Number 3, your trainer listens more than they talk. Have you ever been somewhere and a trainer or whomever, and they just, that's all they do. And you're just like, oh my God, can I have a minute? This one's big. A great trainer is a listener first. That's it. They listen to you. They remember what you said. I've had clients that will come back and I'll say, hey, I remember your child was sick. How is he or she doing? And they look at me with eyes wide because they think, how did you remember that? Because it's important. And as a trainer, it solidifies the relationship with a client. You know, a trainer who talks at you instead of with you, if they don't ask you about your history, your past injuries, what you hate doing. So if I'm a trainer and I'm not a good one and I say, oh, let's go run, and you say, I hate running, and I say, well, you're going to run anyway, how successful are you going to be at this? They want your life to feel like they're guessing. They're like, ooh, running will be great for her. Guessing isn't care. Your body tells a story, and a good trainer wants to hear all of it. Sometimes when we have been through an injury, for instance, injury's healed, but it's still somewhere in our body. We hold on to it. And whenever someone comes in, they say, oh, it's healed now. And they'll say, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like, do you trust it? And you can tell by the look on their face if they trust it or not. A good trainer wants to hear all of it. So in your first session, do they check in with you? Do they adjust based on your feedback? Do they respect your not today? So when I have clients come in, I don't have a planned workout for them. First thing I say, hey, how are you? And they go, fine. How you feeling? I feel fine. How's your body? On a scale of 1 to 10, give me a number. And they go, oh, what? And I go, 8. And they go, well, I didn't sleep well. So maybe a 6, maybe a 5. And that's where we work, is in that parameter. Trust is built when you feel seen and not pushed. Your trainer, number 4, they design fitness for your life, not for what's on TV or for a fantasy. This is where we all, women, get tripped up. What to avoid? A trainer who designs a program you cannot realistically sustain. Here's an example. You've never worked out in your life, and they want you to do 5 workouts a week and 0 flexibility and the all or nothing energy, and that's not wellness. That's not wellness. That's burnout disguised in yoga pants. The right trainer is going to ask you, how many days can you actually commit? So I'm going to give you some advice here. If you think you can do it 2 times a week, drop it down to 1. Try to make it the same day, same time, every day. Not every day, every week. That way you'll remember it. What does your schedule look like? When are your busy days, busy times? What's a realistic right now? Not a week from now, not, oh, in 6 months I'll be able to. Right now. So after 40, fitness needs to fit your life, not compete with it. The best trainers help you build a rhythm you can live with, even if that rhythm starts with two days a week. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Oh, you need me to repeat that? Sure. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Number 5, a good trainer will empower you, not create dependence on you. This is one of my favorites. A great trainer doesn't make you feel like you'll fall apart without them. A good trainer will teach you about your body. A good trainer will help you understand why you're doing movements. And what I mean by that is, why are you doing the movements like this right now? That doesn't mean as you progress, it can get better or you can do more. It just means right now. A good trainer will encourage autonomy and confidence. Like, I won't go out there and start telling people's business about you. That's not what I do. If you tell me something in strict confidence, it's in strict confidence. Trainers who position themselves as the only solution, that you will be with them forever and a day, is not the way to go. Because you're not fragile, you're capable. The right trainer wants you to feel strong, informed, and confident. Inside the gym and outside the gym. That is real success. So, how do you find your trainer? Here's some practical steps for you. Interview them. Yes, have questions ready. Interview them. Ask them as many questions, and if they get annoyed, that's not your trainer. If they're looking at their phone all the time, that's not your trainer. If they're talking to everybody but you, that's not your trainer. Ask them questions. Interview them. The questions, ask them about their experience with midlife clients. Ask them to give you an example of a midlife woman who had an issue or they were working around an injury. What did that trainer do for them? How did they work around the injury and what did they do afterwards? You see where I'm going with this? Would you just pull anybody off the street to watch your kids? No, but we'll trust anybody with our body. Our bodies are fragile. There's only one. And if you break your body, where are you going to live? Notice how you feel after that first session with your trainer, mentally and physically. So you're feeling them out in the first session, just as they're feeling you out. How do you feel? Are they funny? Do they make you feel like you're training with your best friend, but you're getting more work done? Does it feel right? We have this internal compass as women. What does it feel like? Does this feel like a good fit for you? Check your nervous system. Do you feel supported or do you feel stressed? I always have clients the first time come in, they're like, I'm really nervous, and I immediately put them at ease. It's okay. I usually say something like, I'm not going to make you do backflips and walkovers the first session, especially in Pilates. And always and forever trust your gut. You're not being difficult. You're being discerning. So if you're over 40 and thinking about hiring a trainer, remember this. You and your body don't need fixing. You need a partnership. The right trainer will respect your history, honor your goals, and help you build a relationship with movement that lasts. We all deserve support, especially where we are now. And we all need someone to believe in us and where we're going with our training. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who's been thinking about starting but feels unsure. And as always, keep asking, why not wellness and why not now? So until next time.